Localities have the opportunity to name public facilities, new public facilities, and many ideas were floated about regarding this one. Citizen George Gray suggested Dr. Martin Luther King's name to Councilor Charlie Fry, and the City Council submitted that to the Memorials Commission. That commission reviewed the request and concurred, calling it a fitting symbolic tribute. There were certainly well-known local figures who were leaders here in the civil rights movement and whose names could have been considered. People like Reverend Lawrence A. Davies or Mrs. Gladys Todd. There were also local city council members who for years strongly advocated for the safe travel route for our neighborhoods, including Ambrose Bailey and Reverend Hashmel Turner. But indeed, our world-known Nobel laureate person is certainly appropriate for a bridge over a national highway. Yes. Dr. King was known for building bridges. That's right. Dr. King's name will grace this bridge, as his name has been applied to so many other bridges and boulevards throughout our nation. This memorialization, however, is not meant to simply recall the larger civil rights struggle. Dr. King's name on this bridge is representative of the many citizens who have stood firm throughout the years to ensure that we are an inclusive and fair community, a place that recognizes the dignity of every individual, and a place where all are welcome, a place that strives to be the beloved community of which Dr. King dreamt and often spoke. It is my great pleasure, and indeed my great honor, to dedicate this bridge to Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
We all know that transportation projects require significant amounts of funding, and we truly appreciate it when a decision can be made to move ahead with improvements that will affect people's lives for the better. This greatly improved Fall Hill Avenue with this handsome new bridge helps to move this community forward. It is thus necessary for us to apply an appropriate name to this structure. Not far from here is a highway named after Jefferson Davis, the first and last president of the Confederate States. That name was approved by the Virginia Assembly in 1922. Just 7 years before, a boy named Michael King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia. When Michael was a child, his father changed both of their names to Martin Luther King, following a trip to Germany, where he came to appreciate the great religious reformer. In time, that young boy named Martin would become a reformer in his own right. And now I'm going to my digital device in this new age of 2017. And these are the notes that I stuck in my iPhone this morning. And I want to make sure that everybody can still hear me. Okay. All right. I just put a title on it. You can call it a poem. You can call it a story. You can call it whatever you like to. All right. It's from my view. When you're from this city, there are stories that are told. The problem we are facing is that our people are growing old. As history books are read and the stories are the same, I wonder what will the story of Fredericksburg, Virginia be by honoring his name. We stand today in a place where the Civil War was fought and slaves were told. But we didn't stop there. We are present day history that one day will be told. From negative words like lynch, that to me, this doesn't make sense. I'm saddened when I think, I'm saddened when I think as a teen in this city of Fredericksburg with stories like the story of a teen, Cousy French. I'll say it again. From negative words to lynch, I'm nervous because I just did this and it's near and dear to my heart. From negative words like lynch, that to me just doesn't make sense. I'm saddened when I think as a teen in the city of Fredericksburg with stories like the story of Cousy French. That's right. If it wasn't for the civil rights movement, I wouldn't be standing here today. And from the ambitious idea of Mr. George Gray, the best way to say thank you is to point to MLK. Oh, what a feeling that we can tell our kids that we now have our own Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge.
That's all right.